it! Percy, you can't!
I don't know what else to do! No!
Keyleth dying, Percy consumed with finally taking his revenge on Delilah. Scanlan figures out that the spinning orb of death is stopping magic from working. They leave the structure and Grog picks up Craven Edge. Now, Grog totally hears Craven Edge in his voice as soon as he picks him up, and I think they really gave us a little nod to that in the animated version where he kind of just goes, ooh. And as an audience member, I wanted to hear Craven Edge's voice, but we know that will hopefully come in the future. They leave the area of the orb, and Vax, looking and hoping that Vex can find a potion, realizes that they are out and they have no more. It is so intense that even the opening credits, the opening intro, doesn't roll. Vax, mourning his inability to save her, he sees the components that she had once used to heal Cassandra when she was dying early on in the season, in the campaign, in the show, and he calls over for Scanlan to come and help him with a little bit of magic, and together they manage to save Keyleth and stop our faithful druid from dying. Delilah, beaten and broken, accepts that she will die here, but Percy and Orthax have other plans, and hearing how he is going to torture her and rip her limb from limb and get a pound for each de Rollo family member was just horrific, terrifying, awesome. But what really gets me and really makes my stomach churn is the gun in the mouth moment. That was full on. This final episode, we get him. We get Orthax and all his power, a demon who fed on Percy's rage, poured a little of himself into the weapon created, and guided the young de Rollo down the path of vengeance. Vox Machina, realizing that their friend is possessed and in need of their help, try to reason with Percy, but Orthax will not let them. He demands souls to feed on. Vex gets between Orthax and Delilah and begs Percy to stop. Removing the mask, we see the pain Percy is in. We see the anguish, the lack of control. It's heartbreaking and it's raw and it is just beautiful to see. And the animation, the drawings, this is a really good episode. Percy trying to break free, but Orthax will not let him. He knows that he can't. He turns his gun on himself and he tries to blow his own head off, but again, Orthax will have his souls. Vox Machina jump in to protect Delilah and fend off Percy. Shots are fired and Orthax takes control of Percy once again. Plunged into his memories, we travel with Percy as he relives the death of his family members, each memory enticing Percy to take aim and kill all those on his list. Unknown to him though, his visions are merely nightmares, and that his actions are actually taken towards his friends. Sandra jumps in trying to reason with him, but it's so heartbreaking realizing that he has lost control, that he hasn't got the full capability to stop Orthax himself, not yet. The barrel spinning as each name changes to his friends. His visions take control once again, and he takes aim at them, Orthax in control, about to end Delilah. Percy, though, pushing through, holding strong, he shoots himself, banishing Orthax from him. For now. Delilah gives one hell of a villainous monologue while she conjulates and conjures up this necrotic energy as she is about to blast it at the group when Cassandra jumps in, dealing the final blow, taking her revenge. The battle over, Scanlan takes Percy's gun and happily plops it into the acid, and we see as what's left of Orthax be destroyed. Returning to Whitestone, they are revered as heroes. Vax and Keyleth have a moment, and it's bittersweet as we see the love between the two of them, but she brings up the weight of their responsibilities. I also love how in the stream Liam said, "I just walk away," and then in the show we got this.
I'm gonna walk away.
I really enjoy that they're using lines that probably wouldn't be said out aloud, but are said out aloud. Similar to Grog saying, "I want to rage" in the first or in the second episode. I really enjoy that they are doing this because they're moments for us as fans who got through the first campaign years ago. They inquire about the possible sighting of Ripley, but there was nothing, and we get a sneak peek of the zipper twat. And it is intense watching that poor cleric get sucked up. Oof. Poor guy. Keyleth reaches out to the Sun Tree to cast Tree Stride, and I am raging. I was waiting all season to hear the Sun Tree just say, "Hey, Kiki." I really wanted it so badly, and we didn't get it, but whatever. I'm fine. It's no big deal, I guess. whatever. Back in Amon, Sovereign Uriel calls a meeting in the cloud tops with all the nobles and people of importance of the kingdom, including all the council members, and he announces that he will be stepping down and giving full control of decisions for the kingdom to the council. And then we see them. The dragons. What an ending! Episode 12 was pretty much everything that I was hoping for. We had these beautiful moments of Percy struggling with and fighting with the literal demon that is within him, trusting in his friends, his family, and then also pulling through for his own soul's sake to actually break free from his vengeance, his rage, this path that he'd been on for so many years. Overall, the Briarwood arc is now done, and I'm so happy that we got it. It was just amazing. It was beautiful. I really did want to hear the voice of Craven Edge, and I really did want to hear the Sun Tree, but those are minor things. However, they are things that I really care about. And overall, the episode just really was a fine ending to everything. We needed to see Percy deal with whatever this dark entity demon known as Orthax really is, and inside of him we have the question of where Ripley is. And for those who have seen the stream, you know how this all turns out. But for those of you who haven't, I hope you really enjoyed it, because this is your entrance into the world of Critical Role. So overall, I'm going to give this episode 4.5 out of 5 trinkets. Personally, it's not my favorite episode, so I'm not going to give it the 5 out of 5. I do think it was a really good ending. I do think it was a very good tying up for the series, and I am so excited because that cliffhanger at the end was just awesome. I didn't even think that was going to happen. I just thought we'd see them move into the Sun Tree and go to Amon, and that would be it. So that is the end of this series. I will be doing one more video giving my final thoughts on the series as a whole, so look out for that video. And until season 2, go roll some dice.